I'm on my way to Pashupatinath Temple in Kathmandu because today is the festival of Shivaratri. It's where Hindu worshippers all around the world pay credence to the god Shiva. Interestingly, I was in a shop in Kathmandu yesterday purchasing a few gifts for my family members, and a man with a python draped around his shoulders came to the shop owner, and I thought he was requesting for money, perhaps a sadhu, like they do in India. Minutes later, the shop owner handed over money and carried a little package back to the desk in his hand. To me it looked like bits of tea, I wasn't really sure. And then I asked, what was that all about? And he told me that he was going to smoke the hash that he just bought off this guy in the street. I was a little bit shocked, giggled, and on the way out, left with a mouth agape. Apparently that's part of the celebration of this holy day today. Shouldn't be deconstructed to only that, there's a lot more involved, but hash smoking is part of the celebration. So I'm on my way to this temple to meet one of my Nepalese friends. He's going to explain a little bit more about the celebration to me, and we're going to observe some of the worshippers at this Pashupatinath Temple. I haven't pronounced that correctly at all, but let's go find a taxi. Say the name of the temple.
Yeah.
The temple. What's the name? Pashupatinath.
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 Pashupati.
Pashupatinath. Pashupatinath.
Pashupatinath.
So if you want to go anywhere in Kathmandu, leave an extra 15 minutes to half an hour, embed it in your schedule, in your time frame. Because traffic is pretty bad. After maybe 10 p.m. it's not so bad. But I always find that I'm coming up late if I'm taking a taxi or getting on the back of a bike. Cars literally come out of nowhere. Make sure you wear one of these. There's also no understanding of pedestrian crossings. They're everywhere through the city, but no one ever stops at them. I really don't understand why they're here. To be honest, you have to run across the road, weave in between cars. What's the point in having a pedestrian crossing? Cars don't stop. Got out of the taxi about a kilometre early because the traffic completely gridlocked. Obviously everyone's going to the temple. So I'm gonna try and find my friend on foot. Wish me luck. Running into or pushing trying to get ahead. I mean, the temple's not going anywhere. Listen to me, I sound very I'm never going to find Santa in this crowd. Actually, no way to go. Under the cars can't move. Pick up. So have you ever decided on a holiday day that yes, this is what you'll have to contend with? And you thought getting on a bus, metro, getting inside. Can't see it right now, but people behind are climbing over this fence to get into the temple. Where we were before, at the entrance, it's impossible, it's not moving. The temple is so full inside. I have not witnessed something like this, or maybe one thing in India. It's insane. Right, it looks like we won't be getting in for a while, but Sanjay now knows where I am. Well, we now explore him, and he's coming to meet me here. I hope.
Hello!
Fingers crossed. What is your name?
My name is Ari.
Nice to meet you. Have you visited the temple today?
Yes.
Yeah? How was it? Very nice. Very nice. You don't have Hindi. So, what's the best part about visiting today? Why did you tell me? Okay. Why is it important? Sorry.
Today is main
Celebration.
crowd is very
Very, very crowded. Look up here. There you go. I'm from Australia. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. But the interesting thing about attending any festival anywhere in the world is the best thing is the energy in the crowd. You know, here you've got a whole group of Hindu worshippers, thousands, millions, perhaps even, I don't know how many attend today. And they're here for a reason, to celebrate. So the atmosphere is electric, it's alive, it's buzzing, everyone's excited, there are smiles on faces, kids with bindis, women with bindis on their heads. I mean, I'm not Hindu, I'm a Christian background, but I can still appreciate the reason behind why they're doing this and the joy that it brings them. It's interesting to be a fly on the wall. I found Sanjay amid the crowd, which was a complete miracle after countless calls back and forth. Sanjay, thanks for coming.
Namaste.
Namaste. So why is this festival so important to people in Nepal?
Yeah. The first thing is we are a Hindu country, but not now. We are a secular country. But we have got a consciousness regarding the Hinduism. And the crowd and then the charm of the people regarding the Lord Shiva is so much. It's like we can't give a word. And regarding the Shivaratri, it's I don't know, but it has been practiced from when, ma'am? कहिलेबाट practice भयो? We can say immemorial time, but also we can trace it to the Chibi Malla from immemorial time, okay? Just please.
And how many people do you think will come today
More than
to visit this temple?
2 to 3 lakhs from Nepal, from India, and from might be foreigners like you.
Yeah, I've seen a few walking around.
There are pilgrims and some of the visitors.
Yeah.
We can say.
So the biggest celebration of the year for Hindus.
This one is the most important and the biggest one.
Wow. Well, thanks for coming to meet me. I really appreciate it. We're not going inside, we've decided, because it's too crowded and we will not get in. Inside the gate to cross across the other side of the temple. Despite the crowds at the beginning, it would have been hours of fighting a battle in the crowds. Here we are. Yeah.
यहाँभित्र जानै पर्छ एकछिन बाहिर जाने एउटा यहाँ जाउँ मलाई थाहा छ रे यहाँभित्र जाउँ एकछिन हैन.
So I have Sanjay here with me. We're sitting in front of the temple, which you can see right there. And he's going to tell us a couple of things that will inform you about the temple and about proceedings for today. So how old did you say this temple was, Sanjay?
The temple was like built in the Lichibi period. We have got like, I'll give you some like instances about the dynasties of Nepal. There used to be Gopal, Mahishpal, okay, and then Lichibi. Lichibi belongs to Kirat, and then Lichibi. Lichibi belongs to 180. 180.
So that's almost 2,000 years old.
Yeah, 180 to 937 AD, up to that Lichibi period. And then it is said that Prachandadev from the Lichibi period built this temple. But there used to be like a holy place before that also. And we can find here the relic of Kirat period also, before Lichibi period. There it is, it is called Virupaksha, that one.
Where the people are standing on the steps?
On the step right behind, on the north, on the west, south side.
On the south side, so on your left-hand side.
There is a red kind of like a top over here, and then it's like the side of it, the middle one. Okay, and there is one statue of someone called like what is it? Kali. He got some like he did some sin like it is related to the sexual scene with a mother kind of thing. You can search it.
Have a look, Google it.
And it is also like say that people used to be a Mongoloid. Now we have got 3 races in our country, yes? Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and then Astroloid. Got it? Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Astroloid. Astroloid. Okay. And then at the Lichibi period, before Lichibi period, on the Kirat time, it is said that there used to be a Mongoloid people because the relic, the icons portrays the small nose and then the wide eyes.
You were saying there are influences in the architecture from the different periods and the different people that came.
The archaeological like interpretation with the excavation and some of the relics says like that.
So you were saying this is the most important place of worship for Hindu devotees?
Hinduism, the
in all of Nepal, not the world?
In all the world.
In all the world?
Yes.
This temple here?
Yeah, this is the one of the greatest, I don't know about how to put in the hierarchy, but just putting in the hierarchy, this is one of the most important and most upper level, the most powerful,
most influential,
most powerful and influential place for the Hindu people.
Wow. And hence why there are probably a few 100,000 people visiting today alone.
Yeah, from like all Hindus from the world, they visit over here. All Hindus from the world.
And we saw some footage before of bodies being burnt beside the river. What's the significance of burning bodies beside the river? This isn't the Ganges.
Yeah.
So what part does water play
so nicely,
in the process.
so nicely asked. Okay, first thing is, now I'm gonna interpret on my own, but I don't know about like the real sense of burning. It might be like there is one like rites, okay? Like after burning, you need to like flow the ashes of like a burned body to the river, in the Ganga, in the pure thing, just flowing the body in the nature.
Walking past, there were bodies being burned. I could see the feet that were left from one person. But to me, that was a little bit confronting. But I guess to others who see it every day, that's just the accepted norm. I mean, it would be distressing for the family, but for others walking by.
But I don't think like the feet should be outside. It was not like managed properly. They should be like inside the death.
So you shouldn't see the body.
We shouldn't see the
You
body.
shouldn't see
Like,
the body. Yeah, that was a little bit much. I mean, I'm a nurse, but I didn't really appreciate that.
And there is like different types of rites depending upon the caste, because we have got like.
Oh yeah, you said there, depending on the caste, you know, mothers.
The very fundamental idea of the caste in Nepal is like Manusmriti. It has like talked about Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. But regarding the Kathmandu and Nevers, it has got like different other things also. Those people who used to stay in the Kathmandu valley, they used to be called as Nevers. And then the language they used to speak was Newari. Okay, I mean like they have got different rites, different types of like cremation process, and others they have got different types of cremation process. There is a section for the cremation, okay?
Let's have a look down here.
And depending upon the caste, like a higher caste gonna like cremate in some place. The most popular people used to be cremated in this place.
So this man is the fountain of all knowledge.
I'm not going on the right way.
Thank you. So now you know a little bit more about the proceedings from today, about the temple, about the history, and about the crazy things that have happened. I can see people smoking weed behind me or beside me, and I can smell it. Can you smell it?
Yeah.
I'm not smoking.
Lord Shiv was like he
Interesting.
used to smoke, and then if we smoke, then he's gonna be happy. It's the what kind of like?
I think that's a global
might be
consensus.
Might be he's
Interestingly,
being happy.
you were saying no, it's illegal in Nepal to smoke weed, but today it's accepted. The authorities turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah, it's due to the like religious perspective, but only in this area, not outside also.
Only in the
if you
temple.
carry or if you
Smoking
are caught
within the
smoking,
temple grounds.
then you are like put on the jail, fine or both.
Okay, interesting. Although in Tamil, every single day I get offered weed in front of police officers, so it's a very interesting concept. Well, thank you for your time, Sanjay, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Nepal. And with every celebration, there's